Today we are exploring a trail that goes to Fern Canyon in Northern California along the coast in the Redwood National Park. I've wanted to do this trail for a long time, and it is incredibly beautiful here. Lots of ferns, redwood trees, so this should be pretty cool. I think it's about a 10 mile run, I believe. So we'll see how this goes. Let's check it out. We are a mere half a mile into the run, and we are already in the heart of Fern Canyon, and you could tell why they call it Fern Canyon. It's steep, maybe, 100-foot walls, 120-foot walls, covered with ferns. So very early on in the run, if you even want to call it a run, it's very clear I'm going to be very wet in this one. This river is coming, Fern River? I don't know. This is Fern Canyon. But it's flowing throughout the entire canyon, and there's no way to get across without getting your feet wet. But that's awesome. I love that. So it's about, mid shin deep in certain places. So might as well just jump in and get wet. So if this canyon goes up 10 miles, it's going to be pretty interesting. We're already away from people now. I don't know. It's incredibly beautiful. So let's keep going. One of the coolest things about this area are these giant redwoods, these coastal redwoods. They're some of the tallest trees in the world. I believe they are the tallest trees in the world. In fact, the tallest tree in the world is within 50 to 75 miles of where I am right now. They don't necessarily tell people what the tallest tree is because somebody's going to try to cut down the tallest tree in the world. So that's pretty sad, but these trees are just incredible, not just because of how tall they are, but because they have entire ecosystems, isolated ecosystems in the canopies of these trees. Other organisms live up there and create a canopy between the trees. Super interesting stuff. So I am so excited to be here and to see these trees and to run through this incredible forest. I've always wanted to come here, and this is the first time I've been able to. So unless this is a different canyon behind me and it's not Fern Canyon, then there is no way that the actual trail goes through Fern Canyon. It is way too overgrown with, what do you call them? Ferns. They're ferns. All these other brambles and thorny bushes and shamrocks or clover. So I think I'm on the right trail, I guess. It doesn't matter, but does not look like I can go through the actual Fern Canyon below. Decided to turn this run into a loop, which will make it a little bit longer, and potentially I think there's always a very high chance I'm going to get lost, so because I don't do directions very well. But I did just look at a map, and these trails look to be very well marked and very well trodden. So we're gonna head up the West Ridge Trail and then cut down, I think it's called the Friendship Trail. And that Friendship Trail will head back into Fern Canyon. I just kind of want to extend this run a little bit. It's just so nice out here. And one thing about these places like this is it is incredibly beautiful everywhere. But there's very few specific things that you're like, hey, look at this, you know. It's just like a general beauty everywhere. So we should get in 11 or 12 miles, I'm guessing. That's a pretty good distance. I think we're about 5 miles right now. So let's keep going. Well, this trail is less traveled, it is steeper, and it is more technical. So I think I made the right choice coming this way. This is what I like. But yeah, it's ramping up the heart rate a bit. So I'll say too, it's been a week since I've shaven, and I'm really sorry for that. I know it looks really rough and unsightly. I know that. I'm really sorry. Let's keep climbing. That's a decent sized poop there. It does not look like bear poop. I don't know what kind of poop that is. I don't know if there are any bears in this area at all. I assume that there are, but I've seen no sign of that at all. What I did see a sign of, literally a sign for, was elk. And the sign said, watch out for aggressive elk. I'll show you the sign, but who knows? Maybe that's an elk poop. Looks even maybe a little small for an elk. I don't know. But a little bit too big to be a squirrel, right? So keep our eyes out. Who knows? Could be a Sasquatch poop. I don't know. We're almost 9 miles into the run, and I just had to take a short break to appreciate the utter silence in this place. I could vaguely hear the waves down at the beach breaking, but there's almost no sound at all. There's no wind. There's no people. Not really any animals either. No squirrels running up and down the trees. It's just perfectly silent. I feel like there are a few places that you can go where you hear such silence. And I think it's good to take a second to appreciate that. So, but I didn't bring anything to drink. I kind of got to get back to the car where I can have some water. So, I knew I'd be going 10 miles, but I think I've extended the run a little bit. So I'm sure we've got at least 3 miles left is my guess, maybe more. So I should get going so I can get some liquid. Let's go. Okay, we are just over 10 miles into the run, and I'm starting to get a little bit worried. 10 miles into the run and I'm still not lost yet. I'm not sure what's wrong with me today. I'm not sure why I'm not lost. I don't know. I mean, we only have like 2 or 3 miles left, so I don't know. Maybe I'll still get lost in the next 2 or 3 miles. We'll see, but I just feel off. It just doesn't feel right. So we'll see what happens. Okay, we're still not lost. I don't know what to say about that, but I am at a little over 11 and a half miles right now, and according to that sign, it's 3.3 to go. So we're hitting pretty much 15 miles today with no liquids, no foods. Not very smart. Don't do that. If you've watched my videos before, I've said that before. But I honestly did not think it'd be a 15-mile run today, but it's awesome. But I'm going to try to get these 3.3 done quickly. It should be a lot of downhill, so it should go pretty fast. So maybe we'll get there in 30 minutes. Well, the rainforest is living up to its name. It just started raining a few minutes ago. It's great. Most of the rain is being blocked by the canopy, the redwood tree canopy. So it's not very wet, but really nice. If you could hear that. Let's keep going. Okay, we made it back to Fern Canyon once again. I think it's about 0.3 miles to the car. But I had to show you this canyon one last time. It's just amazing. So we're going to get our feet wet one more time.